question that we've often received: what are you doing with your ESSER funds? ESSER funds were set aside to help us prevent or mediate the spread of the disease of COVID, but it also had many restrictions, and we had to allocate funds the way the federal government said we had to. Our district for ESSER 1, we received a little over $428,000. ESSER 1 was allocated for Chromebooks, laptops. We also had to provide emotional support and PPE equipment. During this time, we purchased masks, we purchased hand sanitizer, we installed touchless water fountains, we installed touchless hand sanitizer devices. We had to provide professional development to support our distance learning. As you remember, at that time, all of our students were home, and every student was provided a laptop. We had to provide training to our teachers because they went from teaching in person and in the classroom to online while our students were home. We had to bridge the gap between learning loss, our health, and our safety resources were all provided through this first round of ESSER 1 funds. ESSER 2, our school district received a little over $2 million. With these funds, in this PowerPoint, this information is located on our district webpage, and you can go and read it in its entirety. But with this, we had to put money aside for our early learning, direct instruction, social and emotional support for our students and our staff on all 3 levels, elementary, middle, and high school. We also upgraded some of our buses because the CDC shared with us that you had to be 6 feet apart. And it was difficult to have children 6 feet apart on buses. So we were able to upgrade our buses. We put Wi-Fi on our buses because even though we had Chromebooks, many of our families did not have connectivity in their homes. And so we equipped our buses with Wi-Fi, and we parked our buses throughout our city so that our children would have access to that. We also provided some of our families with hotspots so they could still receive instruction for our students. We hired an additional nurse because of the spread of COVID. We also upgraded our HVAC systems, our safety systems, our windows in our buildings, and security. And so all of those projects is going on. Some have been completed. At our middle school, the HVAC is still, the windows have been completed partially, but we have another phase of window completion. But the HVAC, the windows, our restrooms will all be updated, and that's due to ESSER. With ESSER 3, we're continuing. We received a little over $4.9 million, and we're continuing with those same efforts that we had with ESSER 2. At our high school, we replaced the windows in our high school library and also in our B Hall. The ESSER project that Mr. Bailey talked about was our CTE building. CTE will be completely renovated, as well as the B Hall classrooms and lighting will be renovated as well. All of our HVAC will be renovated. Even with ESSER funds, and with COVID, there came a delay in receiving merchandise. There was a delay in receiving products. And also the prices went up. You all know how much a dozen eggs cost. Okay, the prices went up. So we had to go aggressively start seeking grant funding because although we bidded an HVAC heating and cooling project for $90,000, the bid would come back at $270,000. And so we had to look at other ways to reevaluate our plan so that we could ensure that we were still getting all the things we needed. So we aggressively started going after grant monies, and these are just a few of the grants that we've applied for this year and received. The new Municipal School District Grant Awards, a total of $1.8 million. We have a state-invested pre-K. We have one pre-K classroom. Through this multi-year grant, we will be able to fund an additional pre-K classroom. Our COVID Health Workforce Nurses Grant is helping us to, over multiple years, employ 2 nurses. Our MCOPS grant, that's a security grant. We also have our Student Violence and Prevention Program. That's a grant where we're going to be able to put metal devices, metal detectors in our schools. We're going to bulletproof our classroom, our windows, and so that's done with this here particular grant. Our CTE non-traditional grant, that's a grant where we will be able to support our scholars, that our young men that want to go into teacher academy, and our young ladies that want to go into culinary arts. Myself personally, I thought culinary arts was for a women's profession, but it's not. There's more men's shelf than ladies. And then the final one, the CTE Career Academies. This particular grant is going to help us, hopefully with our 10th graders. By when they graduate, they will graduate with not only their high school diploma, but they will also graduate with their associate's degree or a certificate to go directly into the workforce. So these are some things that our district is aggressively going after to ensure that our district is safe, our district is modern, our district is up to have upgrades that's appropriate for our scholars in our district and also